what's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm the Crypto Crow. It's 2:32 p.m. Eastern, and it is Saturday, and I wanted to knock out some stuff. I've got a paid segment that'll be at the end of this, and just wanted to kind of talk a little bit about what's going on with Cardano, with the market in general, make sure everybody's not losing their mind or going crazy. I'm seeing I'm seeing a lot of newcomers to the space, really just trying to scare the shit out of people, and I'm not quite sure. Crow, you were right about Tailcoin. I made the bag. Thank you. Patience is key. Patience is definitely a thing in this space. And I've got a paid segment coming up about Merlin Token, which is a DeFi application built on the Binance Smart Chain and a big competitor with Bunny. So they've been doing some things to kind of position themselves better than the Bunny Token DeFi app. How's the vertigo? It's still lingering. It's getting a little bit better every day, but it's still here, which is one of the reasons I've been really light on content lately, because it almost rattles my vertigo just to talk. And so, it is what it is, and hopefully it'll continue getting better. But I definitely feel that the change in climate and everything, moving to Puerto Rico, really just takes a toll on me. And hopefully I'll start getting better soon. So to start this off, dude, all that vitamin D makes you look younger and in a better mood. I wish I were in a better mood, but if it's making me look younger, at least that's a good thing. Cardano claims the 4th spot as Binance coin slips. I do believe that a part of what's going on with Binance coin may be due to the segment you're going to see a little bit later. But ultimately, yeah, I mean, Cardano is sitting pretty at 4th in market cap and currently trading at $1.45, still down 36% on the weekly, down 6.79% on the 24-hour. Ethereum is doing a little bit better, tiny bit better short term, but over the long term, Ethereum is down by more than 3%, or by 3% more than Cardano. So Binance token currently trading at $304, which is absolutely crazy, but it's down 50% in the last 7 days. A lot of the market is just getting hit so hard. But when you look at the market and where everything has come down just over the past week, Cardano has been outperforming the majority of it. And so I am very much glad to see that. Top crypto analyst, extremely bullish on Cardano, unveils a massive price target. Now, I read these sometimes more for fun. I don't necessarily take a lot of these guys seriously, but who knows? I mean, some of them could be very well to do. We'll see. A prominent trader and analyst who continues to build his following with his timely calls on crypto assets just flipped extremely bullish on the blockchain network Cardano following the latest market-wide correction. Pretty sure this guy's been a little bullish for a little while now. I don't think he necessarily flipped. In a series of tweets, the pseudo-anonymous trader known as Capo unveils his bullish outlook on Cardano plus Bitcoin and 3 more altcoins. The trader predicts a massive price target that plots ADA's path towards $40. I'm just going to shut up at this point because, to me, a $40 ADA is so beyond ridiculous. But what isn't ridiculous in the crypto space? I mean, what is real? What's left? What's right? What's up or down? Anymore, I just don't even know. I would love to see a $40 ADA. Are you kidding me? I would. Can't even tell you what that would mean to me, but I don't see that happening. Okay, I'm getting more inclined to think that there's potential to maybe see a $10 ADA at the peak of the market, maybe after the blow off top. But a $40 ADA to me, here's the thing, and I'm going to be real straight up with you, as I always really am. I see a lot of people that have a lot of okay, so here's one of the big questions, and this I'm going to learn you. Okay, I'm going to learn you a little bit. Because let's just assume that this guy has a whole bunch of Cardano, right? right now Cardano is super liquid. I mean, you can get in and out of a position with really no problem. But what happens when Cardano hits $8 and everybody out there is thinking that's as high as it's going to go? What's going to happen? You're going to have a lot of people selling. What happens to the people that want to sell at $8? Well, it's likely you may not be able to, because if everybody starts dumping at $8 expecting that to be the top, it's not going to go much higher because there's going to be so much sell pressure. And so some of these guys out there, and I get it, I completely understand, but they're not going to be able to exit at $8. They're going to make less. And, I can't get much closer to the mic because it's pretty much right under my face. I could turn it up, but I'm redlining. So anyway, I think some of these guys are trying to build the sentiment that Cardano could go beyond $8, $9, $10. So that people are always reaching for the moon, so that, and maybe it does, maybe it works. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, depending on how many followers some of these people have and how many people are listening to the sentiment. But I don't, it's not going to $40. I mean, it's just not going to happen. So maybe in 2025 there's possibility there, but that's nonsense. Is this the dude from Charles's tweet? Amazing. So anyway, that's basically all there is to it. Like there's no rhyme or reason to a $40. Your mic is just fine. Okay, good. Sound is fine. They're trolling. I know. I don't know what happens. I try to get rid of the nonsense and the trolls. I don't even understand. I'm assuming that anytime I talk about Cardano now, as we get closer and closer to what could be the peak of this bull market, over the next several months, more like Ethereum holders, or I see people, they'll say VeChain. Then if I don't talk about VeChain, then I start getting trolled. I don't know. It's like, I think there might be some bit of a coordinated effort there, it's kind of disgusting. Listen, for those of you guys out there that are holding competing coins and you don't really want to see Ethereum do well because you think it's going to hurt your project, you're not all there. Like, I don't think you really understand the space. There's plenty of room for everybody to grow and do well. You don't have to run around trying to FUD projects, FUD YouTubers, FUD people that are talking about things that aren't what you hold. I mean, are you 12? Like, when do we grow out of this? So anyway, looking at Ethereum against USD, it's been kind of chilling out a little bit. It's come down quite a bit. I mean, we're currently trading at 23.29 and we're getting a bit of a doji here. I don't know what's going to happen, but we could go a little bit lower. Cardano obviously has dropped below this major trend line, bounced off of it once, started to work its way back into it and came back down. It didn't perform. Now it's also in a bit of an accumulation phase, but personally, I think we're going to go up pretty well. Now, if we're looking at Cardano against Ethereum, we can see significant growth. We can see pretty significant growth since May 12th as Cardano has gained value over Ethereum once again. I would really like to see this come above this level here, but we'll have to wait and we'll have to see what happens. And then we're looking at the Wyckoff distribution of Bitcoin and where we could potentially be in this series of events. And potentially we could have entered in an accumulation phase in this Wyckoff system, and but this isn't really confirmed yet, so I'm still waiting for further information. This is a daily chart, so I want to see where we end up here. Everybody knows that whatever happens to Bitcoin tends to kind of spill out into the rest of the market. There's a lot of ebb and flow in Bitcoin's dominance, that's market dominance against everything else. So honestly, right now, as much as I would love to say we're going to the moon from here, folks, I don't necessarily know what's going to come down the pipe, and so I'm pretty much waiting to see what happens. But if we're looking, this is on a weekly chart for Brave New Coin. this will very hopefully turn around here and start giving us some solid price momentum to the upside, because we've already wicked down pretty low. I mean, we've wicked down to 2,700 or 27,000, and I'm hoping that was the bottom of this Wyckoff distribution cycle. So we'll have to see. So I'm gonna leave it there. I mean, the number one thing I can say is that I read a lot of I read a lot of FUD, man, and I'm seeing a lot of FUD articles, and I'm seeing a lot of FUD comments on TikTok videos, YouTube videos. There are definitely people trying to scare the hell out of everybody in the market. And I don't know how much of a concentrated or concerted effort it is, but I just don't necessarily buy into it. I've been a part of this now since 2017. I've seen the markets. I've seen how they ebb and flow. And overall, I've seen this happen so many times now. And I just think it's too soon to think that this is it. I think that where we're at right now is it's quite honestly a position to average down, potentially average down. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't take my advice. Do what you think you need to do for yourself. Don't ever invest more than you can afford to risk. And always do extreme due diligence on anything you put your money into, because it could very well be bullshit. You just don't know. But that being said, if I were accumulating an asset that I really truly believed in, I've spent a lot of time reading about it over the years, and it's time and time again proven to be a valuable asset, that has hit its mark over and over again. This is an accumulation pattern phase for me, and I'm okay with that. So from here, I'm going to go into Merlin Labs, and hopefully this is a DeFi application you take some interest in, you do some reading about, and let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Ladies and gentlemen, all right, we're going to talk about well, I guess it's a relatively new project. This is MerlinLabcom. This is it's another kind of DeFi yield farming application, and they've had some pretty significant growth. Now, initially, this is a paid segment, in the disclosures in the disclaimer disclosures in the description of this video, but there's a lot to this, and I'm going to point out some of the good and bad, okay? Because there are some things that I think are pretty cool about this, and then there's some things that I'm not too impressed with. They're not going to like this, but this is just how I do paid segments. I don't just kind of blow a bunch of smoke and send you on your way. It's just not how I work. Now, everybody knows my stance on a lot of the DeFi applications out there. I just feel like the ratio for rug pulls, liquidations, all sorts of things are just way too high. It's just way too high for me and for my money personally. Now, that's not to say that there aren't many of you guys out there who have done really well in the DeFi space. Danger aside, I mean, the entire crypto market is dangerous, and it can be a pretty fruitful way to generate a significant return in a pretty quick period of time if things prove to be secure and safe and so forth. Now, I will point out that they are in the process right now of getting 2 more security audits. They have concluded one by Hackin, which is concluded. You can click the link and you can get more information from that. They're getting a new one right now by Certic, and then another one by, I've never even heard of this group, Haichi Audit. And the reasons for this are because one of their biggest competitors recently had some trouble. BSC Pancake Bunny exploit. Bunny falls to almost zero. This was a pretty quick thing. This is from 2 days ago. Binance Smart Chain's Pancake Bunny suffers huge flash loan exploit. The attack reduced Bunny's value to almost zero. Bunny suffered a $50 million loss, with $110 million vanishing from the market cap. Absolutely crazy. Pancake Bunny suffered a massive exploit May 20th, 2021. The DeFi protocol faced a flash loan attack from an outsider. Pancake Bunny has been updating its users from its official Twitter account since then. So that's some good news. The fact that they've been actively updating people on what's been happening. It's just another reason why a lot of this stuff scares me personally. But again, if you're watching this video and this has been stuff that's been treating you well throughout the bull market thus far, I'm not here to tell you otherwise. Do you. Don't ever invest more than you can afford to lose, because you never know. Everything is risky, but people are doing really well. Offering an explanation of how the attack took place, the project mentioned how first the hacker used Pancake Swap to borrow a large amount of Binance token. Next, they went to manipulate the price of USD Tether against Binance token, as well as Bunny token against Binance token. As a result, they ended up getting a huge amount of Bunny through the flash loan. Finally, they dumped all the Bunny on the market, causing a rapid fall in price. They then paid back the Binance through Pancake Swap. At first, the loss was estimated to be around $1 billion. Along with that, Bunny's price plummeted to virtually nothing following the attack. However, since then, Pancake Bunny has recalculated the loss to around $50 million only. It is also confirmed that no user vaults have been breached. The attack was an economic exploit affecting only the price of Bunny. So they had that, okay? Now, Merlin Lab has enhanced security measures. This is from 1 day ago. And this is basically one of their big selling points in terms of, their application. Security is something that they're taking very, very seriously, obviously, for obvious reasons. Now, DeFi operates as a permissionless, decentralized, and transparent financial ecosystem built on top of blockchain networks. For this, the DeFi space has attracted an explosive amount of interest in the reinvention of legacy financial projects. On the other hand, the DeFi infrastructure also opens itself up to vulnerabilities. This includes flash loan attacks, one of the most common methods of exploits among the DeFi protocols, as seen in recent incidents, obviously talking about the Bunny loan thing. Merlin Lab's upgraded security strategy, implementation of fair LP price calculation, and the use of fair asset price via decentralized pricing oracles, Chainlink. The combination of fair asset price and fire price, I'm assuming that's supposed to say fiat asset reserves, enables Merlin to derive the fair LP token price that is unmanipulatable and safe from attack vectors such as flash loan attacks. Prevention of external smart contract interaction with Merlin smart contracts. Now, there's more information. You can read through this article if you're interested in kind of figuring out a little bit more about what they're doing. The one thing I don't like is that there's no information about Merlin's token right now on CoinMarketCap. Market data is untracked. This project is featured as an untracked listing. I haven't run into this before, and I'm not exactly sure why this is the case. Why is there no information? But anyway, they've got audits in the works, so if you want to wait until these audits conclude to make sure that this is a safe thing, go for it. As I understand it, there's also a 2-year lockup on their liquidity. Let me double check on this. Number one, the software is currently testing. Let me see. No, this isn't the update I want. They're good for you. Okay. Yeah, I mean that basically I got updates on the exploit, if you will. Total money deposited at Merlin right now is over $58 million, which is just absolutely crazy. You've got a Wikipedia page here with a lot of information, kind of a knowledge base, if you will, to gather info on on the protocol and everything that it does to make sure that you're making proper investments. And if you want to check out some of the audits, this is the Hack-In Security Audit, Smart Contract Code Review, and Security Analysis Report. And I don't typically read these at length, but just kind of give you a quick gander. It looks like things were pretty decent. No significant issues, obviously, or they wouldn't have posted it. But they're working on additional audits. Now, here's the one thing that I will say that I do like about what Merlin Lab's doing. Typically, these companies will run one security audit, such as with Hack-In or something, and the security audit will cover one particular what's the word I'm looking for? One particular set of potential vulnerabilities, right? But not everything. And then they kind of use that one security audit to to kind of, you know, pull the wool over everybody's eyes, so to speak. Like, look how secure we are. We had a security audit from this big group. And in reality, it's not an all-encompassing security audit. It might test the security of the smart contract code itself, basically saying, oh, well, the smart contract code, it can't be hacked or it's pretty secure. But that doesn't mean that, you know, they can't change the code after the audit. Right. And so, and different things can happen with a lot of these smart contract based applications. The one thing that is big is the liquidity lockup, provided everything is maintained and secure. So, and these are some of the fundamental issues that I see with a lot of these platforms. Now, vaults, you've got all that information right here, which, you know, I am not a big DeFi head. Okay, just because I'm scared to death of being rug pulled on something. But some of you guys are, you know, big into this stuff, and you jump from one yield farm to the other. Now, some of the notes that I have are basically showing, you know, the APR and the different yield and things. I'm not making those claims here. This is their website. They can make claims on whatever they want. The thing of it is even if you get a substantial yield in a particular token, if there's no liquidity for it, you can't do anything with it, which means the value drops. If the liquidity provided by Merlin Labs is locked for a period of time, that definitely does help build up confidence in the asset, and hopefully over time further supply against the demand available, and you don't necessarily have to worry about them rug pulling on everybody, cashing out all of their tokens and dumping on the heads of everybody utilizing the protocol. So that's a pretty big deal. And you know, listen, I think if you want to learn more about this, I would suggest just going to their Medium, their Git book, their knowledge base. Read up everything you can. Maybe wait until these security audits have concluded and make sure you're getting all of the information. But ultimately, these guys are positioning themselves as big competitors with the big protocol that was just exploited, and they're basically saying, excuse me, okay, so we've seen how they were exploited. We're putting things into place to make sure that that doesn't happen to us as well. And so I guess I'll leave it up to you to decide whether or not you think that that's a promising thing. Is this something that you think will treat you well? And, you know, I'll leave it at that. But this is MerlinLab.com/farm. I will throw the links in the description of this video. And, you know, if you're involved in this, let me know in the comments below. How's it treating you? Like, how's your confidence in these applications? How do you feel about DeFi protocols as we move further into the bull market? Do you think they're getting more secure, less secure? Do you think that the more legitimate projects out there are doing more, kind of like Merlin Labs, to prove, hey, we're very secure, we're doing multiple security audits on multiple layers of our security? Or do you think a lot of these applications are getting a little more frivolous because the gains are so significant that things are happening a lot quicker? I'm very curious to find out what you think. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you again soon.